let's learn advanced Excel by using various advanced commands and implementing MIS in one of the greatest and most powerful tool of all times. Now, this scheduled sheet we have created in our last session, in which we have activity name, original duration, the planned dates. We have, according to the planned dates, have the Gantt chart, which is dynamic in nature, changes as the value of the dates changes. Then we have also provided the tracked value based on which also Gantt chart changes. We created the project resource based on which we calculated the project budget, and we also find out the daily resource requirement, whether it's labor, material or machine, and plotted a graph out of it. But our today objective is to get the actual cost, that is actual expenditure, so that we also able to get that what amount have been spent against the plan. So now this will be the full-fledged sheet sufficient to control any project. Now to get the actuals, we will be adding another sheet, which is daily progress report, in which we will have progress in the form of activity, the resource used, its actual unit consumed, and the manager. The resources need to be same which are there in our resource sheet. Otherwise there will be error while using the formula. Whereas the last three columns, which is unit of measurement, rate and cost, will be automatically calculated by the Excel. And based on this daily progress report, we will be getting our actual project cost. Now let's move to yesterday's sheet and start creating this objective, which is to include the actual cost. Now here we need to add another column, actual cost, which should be automated and generate data based on the daily progress report. So first we will rename the worksheet as DPR, and we will make the required format. You can copy the format from the previous created sheet and can paste in the DPR sheet. You can go to view and can off the grid, and then we will start providing the column heading. The first row will be merged, in which we will give the heading of the sheet. Now once we give the heading to each of the column, we will give the formatting to it. Now in this sheet, we will manually enter the first 6 column, that is serial number, progress date, activity, resource, actual unit, and manager. So this will be the daily data entry which will be done. So it has to be done by the user. Based on this daily entry, the entire tracking of the project, the cost tracking of the project, everything will be automated. So that is our objective of today's session. Now while giving the resource, one thing we have to ensure that it must match to the same formatting, same alphabets and same order which is there while the creating a resource sheet. So for this you can do the data validation. You can select the list option from there, and you can go to your resource sheet and you can select the resources which are created, and then you can click OK, so that you can only select a correct resource. There is no minute change which will ultimately result in the error. So that's why we are giving a data validation, so that a user only select what we have defined, because even a single alphabet difference in the spelling or maybe the capital letters will result into the error otherwise. So once we enter the manual data, the next thing is we will enter the last 3 columns. Now since these columns are to be auto calculated by Excel, we are putting a gray color. Now unit of measurement, from the resource, based on the resource we want the unit of measurement to be automatically there. For this we have learned a VLOOKUP command. So we will use VLOOKUP command. We have to search the type of resource. So we will select resource as a lookup value, and then we will go to table. We will create a table in project resource using the first column same as the lookup value, and the second column we required as an output. So column index number we will give as 2, and then we will select the exact match. Now when we run this command, it will give the required unit of measurement. Now we will lock the cell based on the $sign, based on which direction we want to move. Now we can move this blue selected cell in the downward direction or in the vertical direction, but we do not want it to move in horizontal direction. And any range, any tabular range which we have given, we will lock it because we want the range to be fixed. So here we have done the error. Let's see. In the lookup value, we need to fix the column. So we will put a $sign in front of the D, and we will keep 3 without a $sign, so that when we move it downward, 3 value changes to 4 and then to 5, and we get a correct value. Now again for rate, again we will practice a lookup command. We want to look up that what is the resource, and based on the resource it should give us the rate. So we will use lookup value as the resource and the table. Then again we will select the first column with the lookup value consisting of a lookup value, and then the column index number will be 3, and then again the exact match. We will similarly use the $sign so that when we drag it downward we get the required output. So we will fix the D column and we will fix the table. So putting the $sign in front of C and front of 4. For putting this $sign, you can use a shortcut key which is F4. So when you click F4 for one time, it will give $sign to both. When you press it again, there will be a change which you should observe. And similarly for cost, we want it to be a product of actual unit into rate. So in this way we can get the cost. Now we have created the daily progress sheet. Now this data manually we can enter. Now let us copy the entered data and paste it again 2 times, so that we get some value, so that we can cross check that whether we are getting actuals correct or not. So we will change the last 3 activities as B. We will change the serial number, and from 4 to 9 serial number we will change the date to 6th January 2021. Rest data we will keep same. Now this 3 auto generated column we want Excel to calculate it, so we will drag the formula downward. Now suppose we want to show this NA which is shown in the screen not visible to the user. So we will type if error in front of this. Now if value is if error, then you can select this simple formula to prevent the error visibility in the main screen, and then we can drag it downward. Now again in the rate also we want to use it, so we will write if error in front of the formula. So it will give this formula value. If there will be error, then we will give space option. In this way there will be no error shown to the user. And this you can do everywhere where you are getting the error, so that it is, because error is provided because either of the formula or since the data is not provided on the main row. So in this way we have created the daily progress sheet. You will do the remaining formatting to make it more easily manageable. Is to get the actual value against each resource in the resource assignment sheet. So we will add another column named as actual cost. We can reshift the heading of the upper table. Now in actual cost, what is our objective? That is that we have to check whether the activity is A and the resource type is labor, and then it should give the value of the total cost. So activity A and the type should be labor. So we should get the sum of this thing, these two cells, which is 20,000. But we cannot do this manually. We need to identify a formula for it. So how to do it? There are two conditions. It should be A in activity and it should be labor in resource. If it's true, then we should get the sum of the cost. Now to get this, there is one more formula. Let us first see SUMIF. Now in SUMIF we have only one criteria. That means we cannot use this formula. Therefore Excel has one more formula, which is SUMIFS. If we implement this formula, in sum range we will select the column which will have the values whose sum we are expecting as a output based on certain conditions. So we will use cost column as the sum range. Now second is the criteria range. Now criteria range is the column in which it will select or check the criteria. So it will check the criteria in the DPR. So we will select the column activity as a criteria range. And the criteria will be selected for the cell from which it has to check. So we will select the A sheet in the resource assignment sheet to check the criteria. Now the second criteria range is the second column from where it has to check that whether if have to make a sum or not. So second criteria column will be the resource column in the DPR, from where it will check that whether the resource in the resource assignment sheet is the criteria. If it's matching, then it will give the sum. So you can check it, it's giving 20,000 as a sum. You can use this formula multiple times so that you get the clarity. Once you start using it for few times, it will become very clear to you, and it's a very useful formula. So again we will use a very important $sign in all the tabular data. So in all the range we will use F4 command or the $sign, and then we will drag it. You should cross check it that you should get the correct value. So a difficult manual calculation is meant automated by the Excel, reading and calculating it as soon as the user is entering the data. So we'll divide the entire formula with lakh so that we get the value in lakh. And now when we drag it, now one thing we need to ensure that in next column our activity should be A, the resource type should be material, then the sum should be 1 lakh rupees. Now let's drag the formula. Let's cross check it. Now it's giving 1 lakh as the value. That means it's rightly selecting the sum. Now you can see that it's not giving the answer for the machine type of resource. The reason that could be possible for this is that we are not using the same data format or text format in all the areas. We need to ensure our text format wherever we have written the machine should be same. And if it's be slightly changed, suppose here we can see here is a slight change in the capital letter and a small letter, or maybe there is a slight change in the spelling, or maybe there is a slight change in the space, then the answer will not be obtained, the output will not be obtained. So what we need to do in such situation, we need to go to the primary data. So our primary data is the one which is in the resource sheet. So you can copy that primary data and you can ensure that every value is the same. Now we have selected this 3 format of labor machine to be same in every sheet we have. So we will change this format in the main sheet also. In the resource sheet, we will change this format here also. Now we have same format everywhere, and now our value should be correct. Now let us go to the main screen of the resource assignment. now we can see the value is coming there. So this is to be ensured that while using the command, if command, the matching or the VLOOKUP command, the matching, when it matches the criteria, the format should be correct. It's a very important concept. Now once we get this actual value in the resource assignment sheet, then we can add the main column, which is objective of this session is the actual value or the actual cost against each activity based on the daily report submitted. Now you will change the column heading as actual cost. Now again we have to get the value automatically from the resource assignment sheet. Now how to do it? Now we have to check if the activity is A, then it should give us sum of all the cost which is against A. That means we have to use sum if formula. So our range from where it need to check the value. So that is from the resource assignment sheet. So you will select the required range and then the criteria will be the activity name and then the sum range will be the cost. So we can get it from the now to get the actual cost we will use the sum if formula. Now our range will be the activity name in the resource assignment sheet so that we get the value of cost against each of them. So wherever the activity will be A, we want the sum of the total cost. So we have selected the range. Now the criteria, we will select the activity name. So the activity name will be selected from the same screen. So generally the criteria is on the same screen. And then the sum range will be the column in the resource assignment sheet. Now one thing you should observe that the range and the sum range, it's always in the same sheet and the criteria is in the different sheet. So in this way you can avoid the confusion. So the range and the sum range will be on the sheet where we have entered the data or we have the data, whereas the criteria will be on the same sheet on which we are applying the formula. So you will apply this and cross check it that you are getting a correct actual value. Now here if we make a sum of actual cost, it's come out to be 3.2 for activity A and our value in the main screen is also coming out to be 3.2. That means we have applied the correct formula and hence we can drag it. So one cross check is important because sometimes we do make a manual error in a formula which is then repeated in all the sheets if not corrected. You can go to advanced option like previous one and can display the or can turn off the display of 0. Now here you can make one more change. Percentage completion you can give in terms of cost. So you can make the percentage completion as actual value divided by the budgeted cost. So when the person will enter the cost of the units in the DPR, it will automatically calculate the percentage completion of activity. Now actual start you have to provide manually. So in this way we have generated all the features which can be used in the project control sheet. All the data, all the formulas that we require to get the data, analysis of data that has been done by us. And in this way we have created a very dynamic sheet in which the project planning can be done, and also the main objective was to understand the advanced features of the Excel, and we have repeatedly used various commands while using this particular format in which we created the management information system and project control system. So similarly you can create any format, any date, anything where you are getting some data and you have to do some analysis, some calculations, and you are expected some output, Excel is capable of doing all those things. Condition is that you use the correct formula. Now we will also ensure this thing that we have a minimum data entry and maximum work is done by the Excel. So all those area where automatic calculation or a single time data entry has been done, we will mark it gray, and only the white column are the one where the user have to make the changes. So we can say that the first 5 column from activity name till percentage completion, and then the actual finish, then the status, budgeted cost, actual cost, all these things are actually calculated by the Excel. User do not have to change any value in it. Only the actual start and the delay has to be provided by the user. Even that can be automated, but we will not go to that level of complexity. In resources, there is no change is required. Now this is the one time activity we have done. We can use it throughout the year to manage the project. Now in this resource assignment, there is no value that a user have to enter or recheck or retype. Everything is auto calculated from the DPR sheet, making it very convenient for the user to get the analysis and the desired output by entering the user data, which is very limited.